To our pro learners, I've sent the invite. Please join. Okay.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Thank you.
Sir, actually, I think yesterday's class, there was one sentence, no, sir. He lied for some time. For
He
short
laid.
and yeah, that actually, sir, means I read yesterday also about this. Actually, that's the thing is, sir. Actually, lie is a transitive verb, sir. Actually, it needs some kind of direct object. So, lie is a intransitive verb. So in that sentence, the correct word is lie only, sir, because we lay something, but we lie down means we lie down and we lay something.
No, that is not the meaning there. The meaning of that is he lied down for some time, and that sentence was in the past tense. So that is why that sentence was he laid for some time. So it was used as the past tense of lie. That's why the correct one was lay.
Sir,
He
but the
lay for some time.
past tense of lie is lied, no, sir, lied,
That is
L-I-E-D.
different. That is when you lie about something. Here he is talking about sleeping, to sit down, to lie down. That's what
Yes,
he's talking
yes,
about.
sir. Yes, I know, sir. I know that one only.
Yeah.
There is the difference, sir. L-I-E means we lie down, and L-A-Y means we lay down something. Means
No.
yeah, lie also means like a jute.
Yes, that is the one. So the past tense of lie is lay, and the past participle of lie in that case is lain, L-A-I-N. And to lie is an intransitive verb, basically. So you don't need to have a direct object in that case.
But I saw in so many places, sir. I'm sure, but okay, sir.
That you are talking about in a different context. Here, the sentence was about the person lying down. So lie, lay, lain. These are the three forms of that particular word. And lied. What you're talking about is used in the sense of
Good,
he
okay.
lied about something. So yeah, when someone lies about something, that's the one. But if you check, he laid. So for example, we laid. Like you must have come across the statement, we laid down for some time. Okay, so we laid for some time. We laid down, or we wanted to lay for some time, but we couldn't due to shortage of time. Basically means that we wanted to take some rest, wanted to take a break, but we couldn't because of shortage of time. So lie, lay,
I'll check
lane.
again. Okay,
Yeah,
sir. I'll check again. Means
sure,
I got confusion.
No problem. That's okay. That is L-I-E-D. This is L-A-Y. That's why. So lie down, lie and
Sir,
lay.
once you search in the means you means you type in the Google like lie L-I-E versus L-A-Y means yesterday means I showed like some other way.
I don't know what
L-I-E versus L-A-Y.
I don't know what reference was it quoting, but in terms of lying down, basically that is the meaning because lie has two meanings here, right? So one is
Yes, sir.
to be in a horizontal position, resting position. So like for example, the victim lay face downward on the grass, basically. So the police found the victim who laid face downward, okay, or who laid down on the floor, for example. So basically, someone who was lying down and in a horizontal or a resting position. The other one, of course, is so there are about 6 or 7 definitions of the word, but here that we are talking about the word that was used as a verb. The lie that you were talking about, the one where we tell a lie or
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
intentionally give a false statement, that can be used as a noun. Of course, you can use to tell a lie as a verb as well, but what I mean is the other meaning can be used as largely we use it as a noun.
So then
Falsehood.
what are the means forms of verb forms of L-A-Y, sir? L-A-Y.
I didn't understand. So
What is the past form of L-A-Y?
LAY itself is the past tense. of lie. So that's why we don't say he laid down. He lay down.
Oh.
So, like for example, soldiers. The soldier laid down his life. The soldier laid down his life for the country. Okay. The soldiers lay down their lives for their country. Okay. Or the soldiers lay down their life for country. That's fine. All right. So that laid you are talking about is LAID. That is the form. Laid. Laid. Okay. That's the one. Not LAYED, LAID. So
no,
like
sir, only doubt is LAY is a transitive verb, so how can you use that? That's only, sir. Okay, no problem.
So I'm just giving you the spelling for LA. Why, if you want to use it in the past, like she laid, she laid something in something, like for example, or he laid down. It's like to put something gently, but that is the difference. So just to clear your doubt, that LAY, just a minute, that LAY that we use is used as to put something gently. The lie is we are talking LIE, and the past tense usage of lie as lay is when you're talking about a horizontal position, someone being in a horizontal position. That's the difference. Got it?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Yes. Yes, guys. We were just discussing one sentence that we came across yesterday. Anyone has a
topic, sir, today?
Today is a test, so generally, general topic like you will have to just complete the sentences using the options given. That's it. Okay. So a mixed bag, basically, exercise.
What meaning is departure?
Sorry?
Departure is meaning.
I didn't hear you clearly. Depart is the word you're talking about. Depart matlab to leave. Nikal jana, kahin se. To leave, to go somewhere. Okay, just give me a minute, guys. I'm still adding some of our learners. Okay, let's begin the topic. Jaspreet, go ahead, read the first slide. We'll do one at a time in case more learners join. Yeah.
My apologies for the delay in getting back to you.
You need to also tell me, we did parts of speech yesterday. What part of speech is it here?
Sir, don't...
Read the sentence again.
My apologies for the delay in getting back to you.
What is the meaning of the sentence?
कि मैं बाद में आपसे लेट मिला हूँ.
So what are you doing? You are apologizing. So basically, means what? You are regretting. You are giving a regretful acknowledgement. You are acknowledging the fact that you were late, right? So what is it? Noun, verb. What is it?
It is noun. No, sir. It is a verb.
Sure.
No, sir. Your apology is not an action.
This is a noun. I apologize. Okay. Or see, please accept my apologies. That's a different thing. Okay. So my apologies for the delay in getting back to you. Okay. When I say I apologize, that's when you use it as a verb. Okay. I apologize for being late, for example. Okay. All right. So the sentence, just for our Hindi learners, the sentence basically means that I'm sorry for being late, okay, or the delay that I caused in getting back to you. Getting back to you means, what is the meaning of getting back to you?
Returning back something.
Sorry?
Returning back something, getting back to you.
Not returning back something, getting back to you basically means in replying to you. Replying to you. Revert, okay. Replying back to you. Yeah, replying to you. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. A minute. Shivani, go ahead, read the next slide.
Yeah. They are rebuilding the damaged stadium.
Read it again. Read the sentence again. The one given on
they
top.
Are rebuilding the damaged. They are damaged. Yeah. They are rebuilding the damaged stadium.
Very good. Give the passive form of this.
Yeah. All are same, I think.
Yeah, they are rebuilding the damaged stadium. What is the passive form of this?
So there is second option is right answer, but I choose first one. So the damaged stadium is being rebuilt by them. I thought was is there, so that's why I
No.
selecting first one.
Which tense is the active sentence in?
That they are rebuilding the damaged stadium. Which tense you are asking?
Yes,
Yeah, they are simple present tense. This sentence is
not simple present.
they are rebuilding the damaged stadium.
Building,
So-
B-I-N-G. ING is given here.
Good afternoon,
So-
sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, what is the
Topic.
topic?
Topic is a test, basically general exercises. You just need
Present
to.
perfect tense.
How can it be a perfect tense, Shivani? Look at the sentence. They are rebuilding. It's still ongoing, right?
Right.
So
Continuous.
continuous, exactly. Where's the confusion? They are rebuilding the damaged stadium. Present continuous tense, not simple present. So the
Present
damaged stadium
continuous.
is being rebuilt by them. It's still ongoing, right? So it's not yet complete. It's an ongoing action. So the damaged stadium is being rebuilt by them.
The
Sentence.
passive we are
No, we are not doing a passive. We are doing a mixed exercise. Basically, it'll include all different exercises. Yeah, you just need to follow the instructions and complete the sentence. That's it. Okay.
Sir, you are correct, sir. Just now I searched in Oxford Dictionary. The past form of lie is lay. Means I got confused, really shocked.
No, that's okay. No problem. The reason for the confusion is because the two words are similar. I laid down and I lay down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's why.
That's why lay, lie, laid. The four words are there which create confusion sometimes. But if you use the right tense, it's perfectly fine. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
No problem. You're welcome. Give me a minute, guys. Some of our learners are still joining. Yeah, so they are rebuilding the damaged stadium. वो stadium को rebuild कर रहे हैं जो damage हो चुका है. The passive form of the sentence will be the object becomes the subject here. So what is the object here? The damaged stadium. So the damaged stadium is being rebuilt by them. Okay. All right. Let's continue. Ajanta, go ahead, read the next slide.
Knife. I don't know Hindi.
No problem. What is the plural form of knife?
Knives.
Which one? First or second?
First.
Very good. First, knives. Okay. K-N-I-V-E-S. Knives. Knives. Okay, good. That was an easy one. Deepika, go ahead, read the next one.
Yes, sir. By those documents this morning.
Read it clearly. I'm not able to hear you.
I across those documents this morning, sir.
Across कैसे होगा? फिर से पढ़िए sentence.
I came across those documents this morning.
क्या मतलब है इस sentence का? What is the meaning of the sentence?
I am across those documents. I
came across those documents this morning. इसका मतलब क्या है? आप क्या लगता है इसका मतलब क्या है इस sentence का? Came across का मतलब क्या है? क्या?
सर मैं आऊंगा. Those are no sir, no idea. Sir.
Documents का मतलब क्या है? Documents, papers, right?
Papers this morning.
Yeah. So I came across these documents this morning means basically that you found the documents. आपको वो documents मिले आज सुबह basically. So आज सुबह मुझे ये दस्तावेज या documents मिले. Like for example आप कुछ search कर रहे थे किसी drawer में या आपके cupboard में search कर रहे थे और आपको finally वो documents मिले जिसकी आपको तलाश थी basically the ones that you were trying to find. Okay. So came across आपको verb use करना पड़ेगा, right? The past tense of come. It cannot be I across. So verb आपको use करना पड़ेगा, right? So I came across these documents, those documents this morning. मतलब मुझे वो documents आज सुबह मिले. That's it. Okay? That's the meaning of the sentence.
Okay.
All right.
Came across, sir. What is?
वही explain किया मैंने. आपको मिले वो documents आपको मिले. That's it.
Okay.
आप ढूंढ रहे थे वो documents को और वो documents आपको मिले. That's it. Okay.
Sir,
Sorry?
I come across this incident.
Yeah, phrasal verb. Yeah, it's a phrasal verb of come across. Yes, that's correct. Phrasal verb.
verb, yeah, sir.
Sorry?
Yes, sir. यही पूछ रहा था came across is the phrasal verb, no?
Phrasal verb. Yes, that's correct. Yes, that's correct. That is correct. Came across. Yeah.
I came across that scissors this morning. Am I right?
Yeah, that's fine. Correct. Whatever you come across, you basically you meet someone or find something by chance. That's what it means as a
Yeah.
phrasal verb. The other meaning of coming across as a phrasal verb is also like, for example, someone who appears or sounds in a particular way, like a specified impression. Like, for example, he comes across as a decent man. Means what? Basically, he appears to be or he seems to be a decent man. That's what it means. Okay.
Sir, came is not a verb.
Came is a verb. Came is a verb. That's what I'm saying. Came is a verb, and that's why this is a phrasal verb.
Came across to a phrasal verb, na?
Phrasal verb. Yes. Phrasal verb. Yes.
Okay.
Or the other meaning, one of the other meanings can also be that something that becomes apparent or noticeable through someone's actions or performances. Like, for example,
Sir, came across means संयोगवश मुझे वो दस्तावेज आज सुबह मिले.
yes, we understand that. I'm just give me a minute. I'm explaining the different meanings of the phrasal verb came across. There are 3 or 4 meanings. One of the meanings is someone who appears in a certain way, like the example that I gave. She comes across as a brilliant student, means she seems to be a brilliant student. The other meaning is become apparent or noticeable through something, through action, whatever. Basically, it means, like, for example, let's say the book came across. The book came across as as being, the book came across as a thriller, basically. So basically it became noticeable as a thriller because of the contents in the book. Okay. All right, let's continue, guys. You're welcome. Just give me a minute, guys. Still adding some fun on this. Okay. Guys, I see a lot of new names. Please join. I've sent the invite again. I see some new names. Karthik, go ahead. Complete the sentence.
Yes, sir. The talks on world peace have been going on since eons. Oh, years.
Read the sentence again.
The talks on world peace have been going on since years.
Sure.
Yes, sir. Yeah, not eons, sir. Eons means thousands of years, like that. Years only correct.
No, it does not mean thousands of years. Eon basically means a long period of time. So it's used as a exaggerated or humorous or a rhetorical way. So here even if you say since eon is also fine. There's nothing wrong with that particular word, eon. Okay. You go see eons is used, but eon is, the meaning of eon is basically something that is for an indefinite period of time, a very long time, to give a humorous effect. But here the reason they've used world peace is because world peace kind of came into practice when countries, nations were formed, and when councils were formed, like the NATO, etc. The organizations were formed in order to have peace talks among the nations. So that's why your answer is correct. But even if you use eons for something that refers to a very long period of time, which is indefinite, you can use it. But here you'll need to use years because the organizations, the councils that were formed, before and after the World War, those were all, have a definite period of time. So what is the meaning of this sentence?
Means talks have been going on, but there is no solution till now.
So yeah, so sometimes the nations find solutions, but the solutions are not far-fetched, or they are not practical. You sign a treaty, but it happened during the World War, where countries signed treaty, but every second day the countries were being attacked. Now in terms of world peace, we are in a situation in Russia and Ukraine right now where it's a major escalation, where we don't know what's going to happen. Some of our Indian students are stuck there. I was reading an article yesterday. So that is what it basically means. The sentence means the talks on world peace शांति के लिए जो बात हो रही है वो सालों से चल रही है. But yes, you're right that unfortunately we don't find the solution as per the signed treaties. Okay? Sometimes those are breached. Okay. Let's continue. Manju, go ahead, read the next slide.
Yes, sir. When the thief stole my favorite jacket, I was really upset. I have had it for over 10 years.
Read the sentence again.
When the thief stole my favorite jacket, I was really upset. I had had it for over 10 years.
Why your answer was incorrect and this is correct? Can you tell me?
Because of I gone through in a detailed way, that's why. But I didn't click right.
No.
Right.
Manju, I'm asking guys, this is for everyone. When I ask a question like that, I expect your explanation to be on the grammatical or the language part of it. It's okay if you select the wrong answer. I don't have a problem with that. I want you to explain me in terms of the topic, the grammar, why your answer was incorrect, not why you selected what. Why was that answer have had incorrect and why is had correct? Explain it to me grammatically.
Sir, before time,
Krishna, one second. I'm asking Manju. Yeah.
Before I selected, I have had, but after later on, I thought it is wrong.
Manju, that is not what I'm asking. Manju, that is not what I'm asking. What I'm asking is, आप मुझे explain कीजिए कि grammatically क्यों पहला answer wrong है. If I say I have had it for over 10 years, why is it wrong?
Yes, I go come on the point because of it is wrong. I have had because of it is present perfect, but we need it past perfect.
Why do we need past perfect is what I'm asking.
Because of first line, when the thief stole, it is past, my favorite jacket, and again I was really upset. It is also past. And naturally next should be come in the past perfect tense.
That's fine. Your explanation is partially correct. That's not what I was looking for. The reason it is a past perfect tense is because an action happened in the past before another action in the past. Simple explanation. Guys, keep it simple when you're explaining so that you all also don't get confused. Okay. The reason for asking you all questions sometimes about an explanation is to understand whether you're able to. It's not about the right and wrong answers. I'm okay even if you get all the answers wrong, but the idea is to understand and decode the meaning of a sentence. That's why it's the test, right? So when you explain, keep it simple. This is for everyone. Okay, so don't take it personally. This is for everyone. When you explain, try and explain in terms of a grammatical way. Like for example, this sentence, the reason it is in the past perfect tense is the correct answer is because the action of stealing, so me being upset when my jacket was stolen happened before another. So I was upset when the thief stole the jacket and I had it over 10 years. So me having the jacket was before the jacket being stolen. So that action happened before another action in the past. Okay. So me being upset happened before another action in the past, which was me having the jacket for over 10 years. This is how you explain. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Well done. Thank you. Let's continue. Abhay, go ahead. Read the next one. Abhay, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. First one, sir. By the year 2020, computer will have taken over many of the jobs that people do today.
Okay, good. Very good. By the year 2020, computers will have taken over. Okay. So what type of conditional sentence is this? Is this a conditional sentence?
So this is in a future perfect sentence.
Will have taken over. Yeah, absolutely. Took, taken. Okay, future perfect. So here the speaker is indicating that साल 2020 तक आजकल लोगों द्वारा किए जा रहे कामों की जगह कंप्यूटर ले चुके होंगे. In fact, it's true. This probably slide was made earlier, but it's true. Most of the jobs. So by the year 2020, computers will have taken over. चुके होंगे, चुका होगा, sorry. Perfect, absolutely right.
Already
Thank you.
happened, sir. ATMs and so many machines already took over so many jobs of bank people like.
Yeah, not just that. I mean, even in the factories, units where computerized systems have taken over. Yes. Someone had a question about the sentence before I proceed.
यस सर, अगर मतलब जो काम मतलब कर चुका है तो वो सेंटेंस में विल हैव आएगा.
विल कभी आता है फ्यूचर टेंस के लिए, राइट? विल, आई विल गो टू द मार्केट. इसका मतलब क्या है सेंटेंस का? आई विल गो टू द मार्केट.
मैं बाजार जा रही हूँ.
जा रही हूँ नहीं, जाऊंगी. फ्यूचर में, फ्यूचर में.
जाऊंगी.
यस. सो दिस इज, आप अभी रिसेंटली आपने ज्वाइन किया होगा ये प्लेटफॉर्म, तो अपने फ्री टाइम में ऐप पे, हेलो इंग्लिश ऐप पे टेंसेस का जो टॉपिक है, प्रेजेंट टेंस, पास्ट टेंस और फ्यूचर टेंस, उसको एक बार रिवाइज कीजिए, उसको देखिए एक बार, ठीक है? वो आपको रिकॉर्डेड क्लासेस में भी मिलेगा, ऑनलाइन यूट्यूब पे भी मिलेगा और ऐप पे भी मिलेगा आपको वो टॉपिक. सो उसको एक बार रिवाइज कीजिए. ये जो टॉपिक हम कर रहे हैं, ये सब चीज का बेसिकली इट्स अ टेस्ट. सो ये हर एक चीज को कवर करता हुआ एक्सरसाइज है बेसिकली, ठीक है? सो आप वो एक बार टेंसेस का टॉपिक कीजिए. फ्यूचर में आगे भी हम टॉपिक्स करते रहते हैं. वी कीप रिपीटिंग द टॉपिक, सो यू कैन जॉइन दोस टॉपिक्स. But will basically means future. So in future, what you'll do? So I will go to the market basically means मैं जाऊंगी, जा रही हूँ नहीं, जा रही हूँ will be in the present tense. I am going to the market, present continuous, okay? और past में I went to the market. So present, past, future. This is about the future tense. इसलिए ये future tense में है sentence, okay? ये होगा, ऐसा prediction कर रहा है the speaker, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, let's continue. Karthik, Ajanta, Abhay just answer. Okay, Pratap, go ahead, read the next slide. Pratap, you're on mute. Go ahead, read the next slide.
Do you know about the autonomy of the human body?
Autonomy is a different word. ये आप sentence को पढ़िए. Anatomy से the third word, तीसरा word जो है उसके साथ पढ़िए sentence को.
Yes. Do you know about the
Anatomy. क्या?
Anatomy of the human body?
Anatomy basically means what? शरीर की रचना जिसे कहते हैं here. Basically it means the branch of science concerned with the bodily structure of humans and any living organisms, okay? So basically by dissection of parts. So a study of the structured or internal workings of something can also be known as anatomy. It's basically, anatomy means an analysis or examination of anything. If you use it as a science concerned with the bodily structure of living organisms, that is called anatomy in terms of the branch of science. But if you talk about generally in terms of the structure or internal workings of anything, you can use it as anatomy, like anatomy of the art of war, for example, basically means the structure or the inner workings of the art of war. So it's analysis and examination. So anatomy is the right word. This sentence का मतलब है, do you know? The speaker is asking, क्या आपको body structure or living organisms, body structures के anatomy, science के बारे में पता है या नहीं? Parts of body, basically. Okay. Autonomy. What is the meaning of autonomy?
Postmortem, sir.
That is autopsy. Autonomy.
Autonomy means, yeah, sir. For cancer patients, I think they take some piece from their body, and they do test.
No. I am asking about the second word, autonomy.
Autonomy. No idea.
Sir, if I am correct, autonomy is a astrologer
No,
related to astrology. Or
no, no.
That is
okay.
astronomy.
Autonomy, guys. There are a lot of countries that are autonomous regions.
So may I?
Yeah,
So autonomy related to the rule
very
means
good.
if a country will be autonomous, monotony. So autonomy it's a rule of one person.
Not one
Means
person, a group. Yes, very good. Autonomous basically is like self-governed. Okay, it's
yes, sir.
basically autonomy is like a right or condition of self-government. In India, also, in India there are some autonomous administrative divisions in India.
Yes,
A
sir.
lot of them in Northeast India. Okay, where it's so. Just to explain in brief terms, in India we don't have autonomous regions. We have autonomous councils in states like Assam, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Tripura. These are the northeast. There are a couple of them in Ladakh as well. So there are basically they form autonomous administrative divisions. And when you talk about autonomous countries, let's say for example larger regions, you can talk about that as like for example you have places in China, like places like Hong Kong, Macau, Finland, Norway, for example. There are islands, many islands in the country where there are about 100 and more than 100 autonomous regions in over 30-40 countries, I think. So autonomy basically means you have your own government, self-government, the right of self-government. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, good. What about the dichotomy? What is the meaning of the word dichotomy? I'll give you a sentence, then you can tell me if you know the meaning of the word dichotomy. Okay. Let's say, let me give you a sentence related to a country. You will find it easy to understand. The dichotomy between
I know the meaning of last word, sir. Antonym. It means
opposite.
opposite.
Opposite, absolutely. Give me a minute. I'll give you a sentence. This is an important word to understand. You can use it. Okay, my sentence is the dichotomy between free speech in India and police arrests related to it is baffling. Now tell me what is the meaning. I'll repeat the sentence. The dichotomy between free speech in our country and police arrests related to it is baffling. What is the meaning of the word dichotomy in this sentence?
Difference, sir. Difference.
Difference is correct, but yeah, it's one of the synonyms, but I want you to give me another word that explains the meaning in its entirety.
Sir, may I?
Yeah.
Sir, I think separation or between two groups.
Not a separation. Here, in my sentence, dichotomy means a contrast. When I talk about a
Opposite.
contrast, opposite. When I
Opposite.
talk about the contrast between two things that are represented as being opposed to entirely different. So my sentence basically means that on one hand, we promote free speech, stating that India is a free country, you have the right to free speech. However, the police arrests related to it, based on free speech or the number of cases filed against free speech is baffling, basically. So, or the dichotomy between free speech or the dichotomy between censor laws and its application is baffling. Basically, the contrast that I'm talking about, the polarity, polarized. You understand the meaning of polarized, right? Polarity, that's the meaning here. Okay. Contradiction is the right word. Contradiction. Okay. So whenever you use the word dichotomy, is largely related to contradiction or difference, contrast. Okay. All right. Okay. I still see some new names. Please join if you're able to. Okay. Who just answered? Pratap answered. Okay. Z, go ahead. Read the next slide. Guys, please make a note of the words that we discussed, the words like autonomy, dichotomy, the ones that we discussed.
My friend will have made the blueprints by June.
My friends will have made the blueprints by June. What is the meaning of the word blueprints here in the sentence?
Blueprints से सर फोटोकॉपी टाइप होती चीजें.
No.
Sir, design.
Design or a plan or other technical drawing. So not a photocopy exactly. It's a design. Basically, blueprint is what? Do you have the blueprint for this project? Means what?
Okay,
Sir, usually architects
Idea
do this
on
kind of
paper.
design, sir.
Yeah.
Before they submitting their projects, they give some kind of blueprints to their boss.
It is either a design or it is an initial technical draft of something. So it's basically the sketch of something, a map or a pattern, a representation, technical drawing. Okay, guys, please make a note of all the synonyms and whatever we discussed during this topic. This is a test-based topic. I can just go through the 26 slides, but that doesn't serve the purpose. The idea is to understand why is something a correct answer, and if we learn something more, if we learn some more vocabulary, that is, that is an added advantage. So if you come across a word that you haven't come across earlier, please make a note of it, and in your free time, make some sentences using the words, okay? So blueprints, dichotomy, autonomy, some other words prior to that, and understanding the meanings of certain words, why those were used in terms of the tenses, etc., or noun, verb, whatever. So please make a note of why the answer is what it is, okay? All right, so blueprints basically means a technical or a design plan, basically a draft of something, okay? Well done, thank you. Krishna, go ahead, read the next slide. Krishna, you're on mute.
Yes, sir.
Read the next slide. Page 10.
Sir, she wants everyone to leave comments on her blog.
Everyone, suppose used generally, she wants everyone. If it's talking about specifically, then you could have said she wants each one of you to leave comments on her blog, okay? But here, obviously, she's talking about everyone collectively as a group. So she wants everyone to leave comments on her blog. Very good. Okay. Meera, go ahead, read the next slide.
What is your favorite sport?
Read it again.
What's your favorite sport?
Which one? First or second?
First one, sir.
First one. Yeah. Look at the spelling, guys. Look at the spelling. Favorite. Okay. What is your favorite sport? Okay. Just a minute. Okay, thank you, Meera. Let's continue with the next one. Swati, go ahead, read the next slide.
The education by the school can bring about a change in the future generation. The education's implants. No. Sir, sorry, I can't understand what the meaning of this sentence.
Pura sentence padhiya.
The educations
Imparted
by the schools can
Start,
bring.
okay. Start again. Education's nahi hai. Education hai. Start again, slowly.
Okay, sir. The education
imparted
by the school can bring about a change in the future generation.
The education imparted by the schools can bring about a change in the future generations. What do you think is the meaning of the sentence?
The education by the school. Sir, future generations में जो education है वो change ला सकता है.
Very good, very good. The education imparted by schools. So, education जो schools जो देती है, impart करती है, can bring about a change in future generation. So, future generation के benefit के लिए जो education हमको school में मिलती है, that is very important and that can bring about a change basically. That's what it means. So impart means what now? आपने meaning सही कहा. So आपको क्या लगता है meaning क्या है impart?
I think sir means give देना, education could
Absolutely.
distribute.
Yeah, distribute something, to spread something, okay,
Okay,
to
sir.
pass on basically. So to disseminate basically. So the education that was disseminated by the schools can have a huge impact. So that's the meaning of impart.
Sorry, imparted का second meaning आपने क्या बोला था?
Oh yeah, to make known or to communicate. To impart basically means to communicate here. So
Okay.
or to give something. You're right, to tell, to communicate, to pass on, to disclose, to to make public, to relate. These are the words.
Okay,
basically, to give or grant. In this case, it means to give or grant. So the education that is granted by the schools. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Depart is to leave, basically, and implanted. We know implant. What is the meaning of the second word implant, guys?
Implant chip or something like that, sir.
To insert or fix something, basically. Okay.
Yes.
Two meanings. When you do it literally, that's a verb. The thing that is implanted. So, like for example, the whatever, like body parts, there are implants, right? So that is used as a noun, basically. So, like especially a piece of tissue or prosthetics, prosthetic device, that is also known as an implant. That is used as a noun. When you insert something, when you embed something or install something, that is known as a verb, implant. Okay? The action is the verb. The physical being or the actual thing is known as a noun.
Sir, implant to replace.
Yes, you can put in place. You can put in place something, to place something in either. It's not necessarily replace. Replace का मतलब होता है कुछ already हो उसकी जगह पर कुछ रखना. That is not necessarily the meaning. There may not be anything. You are just implanting something. You are just putting in something. Put in place something. Fixing something. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Bipul, can you hear me?
Sir, I want to rephrase this sentence in another way, sir. Like the education imparted by the schools can bring about a change in parents' financial condition as they are charging a lot from them.
Yeah, very true. That's very true. Bring about is also another phrasal verb.
Change in-
Okay. Yeah.
Parents' financial situation.
Yeah, absolutely. That's correct. That is true. The education system in India has become. I recently read a couple of days ago that there's going to be, there are some cases. I think there are some debates on about the fees, etc. It's going to be streamlined a bit in future. Let's see. Hopefully that will happen. Yeah,
My cousin's son is studying in second class, sir. First class. His school fees is 1 lakh per annum.
Exactly. That's the thing with education these days. It's extremely expensive. So guys, the phrasal verb bring out basically means two things. I just want to explain before we move ahead. Basically is to produce or launch a new product. So like for example, the company the Apple will bring out a new iPhone next year, for example. That means we'll launch a new product. I will bring out a new book next year. Basically, the publication will bring out a new book, basically to launch or publish or to bring out a new publication. The other thing is something to make something more evident or emphasize on something. Okay, that's or make some. It also means to the third meaning is also when you make someone feel more confident. So, for example, my friend brings out the best in me, or he needs me to bring her out of herself, basically to give her more confidence, basically. Okay, so three meanings of the phrasal verb bring out. So whenever you use that word, just remember there are three meanings. Okay. All right, Bipul, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Bipul, go ahead. Read the next slide.
The norms of this company differ from the others.
Norms, basically rules and regulations.
Rules
The
and
norms
regulations.
of this company differ. Very good. Differ from others. इस कंपनी के rules जो है वो दूसरी कंपनी के rules से अलग है. Okay. Dipali,
So
go ahead.
why it's not different is there? The norms of this company different from others is also right, na?
Is लिखा है वहां पर. Are लिखा है. Is the verb given?
Yeah, word is wrong. Okay.
No, the word is not wrong. The construction of the sentence is wrong. Different is used as an adjective. So where there is no verb here to complete it, whereas differ is used here as a verb. That's why it's correct. Is different, are different nahi likha hai na? That's why.
So here differ is a verb
Exactly.
in this sentence.
Yes, exactly. The norms of this company differ from the others. Differ from the norms of the other companies is what it basically means. So it's dissimilar or unlike the norms of the other companies. That's what it means. Vary, V-A-R-Y, vary. Okay. Be unlike.
Both
So
are vary and differ. Both are given same meaning, right?
synonym. Yes, that's correct. Differ, vary, be different, contradict means the same thing. Okay. So here it's a verb. Different is used as an adjective. You don't have a verb to complete the sentence. That's why the correct sentence is differ. If it was the norms of this company are different from the norms of the others, then it's fine. But then if you're using it as an adjective, your sentence will need to be the norms of this company are different from those of the others, of the other companies. Those meaning referring to the norms. Okay. All right. Dipali, go ahead, read the next one. Sorry, page is not supported. Go ahead, read the next one.
He will not be abandoned by them.
Read it again.
He will not be abandoned by them.
Abandoned. What is the meaning of abandoned, Dipali? To abandon something. Kya karna? To abandon, basically, किसी को छोड़ देना. The kid was abandoned, to desert someone, to basically forsaken, stranded. Okay. What is the meaning of the first word? Abundant. Abundant and abandoned. These are two different pronunciations. What is the meaning of the first word? Abundant.
Plenty. Plenty.
Plenty, absolutely. Abandoned, prachar. So something that exists in large quantity. Okay. There was abundant evidence to support the theory. Means there was a lot of evidence basically. And third one, abounded. What is the meaning of abounded? Abounded.
Follow something, sir.
Abounded is a word that comes from the verb abound. Basically means exist in large number or amounts. Plentiful, to be plentiful. But here you cannot use abounded because obviously here we are talking about someone to leave someone, to abandon, desert someone. So abounded comes from the word abound. Abound basically means what? Vikalp, bahut cheez hona, to be plentiful in number, to have be numerous in number, exist in large numbers of quantities. It's similar to the word abundant. So both are similar words. Okay. So to
sir,
be
in villages. No,
yeah. To
no,
be
sir, in
abundant
villages,
basically means to be in to abound. That's the meaning. Okay. Giving an example about the villages. What was that?
no, sir. In villages, the village head also means abandon some people not to come to their village. No, sir. So can we use that abandon here? Means
the village abandoned some people.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See, abandon is fine, but in your probably sentence, it rather means banned some people from entering the village.
Banned, no, sir.
Yeah, banned is a better word. Abandoned is when you leave someone, and banned is when you don't allow someone to enter a particular place. To desert
Yes, sir,
someone,
they give some kind of punishments, no, sir. Villages not
you
to
can
enter
use
the
abandoned
village.
when yes. So basically, the village rejected them from entering. They didn't allow. They deserted the people who left them. That's what it means. So yeah, both are similar meanings,
Sir?
but yeah.
Sir, we can speak like this. In India, parents abandoned his girls.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a huge problem in India. You're right. The girl child was abandoned by her parents. Yes, that's correct. You can say that. Yes, absolutely. Correct. Desert someone, basically to leave someone. Okay, let's continue. Sudhir, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Sudhir, please continue. Read the next slide, page 16.
It might rain today. You better take an umbrella.
Yeah, so modal verb, basically it might rain. You are not sure about it, but possibility. Yeah, so it might rain today. You better take an umbrella. Okay. Vaishnavi, read the next slide, please. इसको हिंदी में पढ़िए पहले सेंटेंस को.
क्या आपने कभी भी काजू खाए हैं?
इसको क्या ट्रांसलेट करेंगे इंग्लिश में? वहां पर वर्ड्स दिए हैं, उसको रीअरेंज कीजिए. स्टार्ट विथ हैव यू. हैव यू
have you have you no sir,
try.
don't.
It's okay, try. Have you ever
Have you ever had nuts?
is it correct?
Cashew, na? Cashew, walnut.
Walnut, yeah. Kaju, nuts, basically walnut. Cashew, yeah. Have you ever, sorry, my answer was correct. Have you ever had cashew nuts? This is the sentence, okay? Have you ever had cashew nuts? This is the sentence, okay? Correct. Your answer was correct. Have you ever had cashew nuts? Not walnut. Cashew nuts is kaju ki baat kar. So walnut is different fruit, of course, different one. So here it's talking about the cashews. So that's one. Right. Let's continue. Manoj, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Manoj, please read the next slide, page 18. Read the Hindi sentence first for the benefit of our learners.
क्या हर एक के पास पेपर की एक कॉपी है? Does everyone have? Sorry.
हर एक.
Okay. Do everyone have a copy of the paper?
मैं किस वर्ड पे emphasize कर रहा हूँ? हर एक. हर एक means what? Sub means everyone. Har ek means what? Ek,
Okay,
each.
okay.
So now tell me what is the correct one.
Does each of you have a copy of the paper?
Very good. Correct. Does each of you have a copy of the paper? Very good. एक के बारे में बात कर रहा है, right? He is focusing. The speaker is emphasizing on everyone as an individual. If the sentence was क्या सबके पास पेपर की कॉपी है? So does everyone have a copy of the paper? Here it's talking. He's talking specifically about each individual. So does each of you have a copy of the paper? Okay.
Okay, sir.
Individually highlighting some.
Yes, sir. Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, sorry for, sir, due to network issue.
No problem, no problem.
My mobile shut down, sir.
No problem, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. No problem. I understand. Sometimes it happens. That's fine. Tarandeep, can you hear me? Tarandeep, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Please read the next slide. हिंदी में पढ़िए पहले sentence and then translate it.
आपको इसका जिक्र करने की जरूरत नहीं थी. You did not have to bring this out.
You didn't have to bring this up or out. To bring up something means what? Bring up.
Bring up.
Yeah. To bring up has multiple meanings. Bring up means can also mean to, to bring up a kid.
Come with one problem like this.
So, what is the sentence in Hindi? आपको इसका जिक्र करने की जरूरत नहीं थी. Okay? You didn't have to mention this basically. You should have basically avoided mentioning this. So, which is the correct one? First or second? Just a minute. Some of our learners are still joining probably. Okay. So here in this particular case, the first one is the correct one. As I explained, to bring up something means to start a discussion on something. So when I say that let's say, I'll give you another example. He brought up, okay, let's say the matter was brought up in the parliament today. If I make a sentence, this matter was brought up, or this matter was brought up in the parliament today, or he brought up a matter that he should have avoided, okay? Or we should not bring up this matter because it might hurt the sentiments of others. So basically, brought up here in this case means what? To bring up or to introduce a particular point into a discussion or conversation. सो इस सेंटेंस में मतलब ये है कि आपको उस चीज का जिक्र करने की जरूरत नहीं थी. यू शुड नॉट हैव ब्रॉट अप दैट पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट because of whatever reason the speaker may have. Okay, to bring this out, we just discussed to bring out something. That is a different phrasal verb. We discussed the three meanings of the other phrasal verb, that is bring out. So I'll not explain that again. So that is the difference between bring out and bring up. Okay, it's complete. Continue. Reena, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Reena, go ahead, read the next slide.
She did extremely well on the exam.
She did extremely well on the exam. Absolutely right. Extremely well here means done in a adverb, used as an adverb, in a good way or a satisfactory way. The whole team played well, for example. Okay, she did extremely well on the exam. Okay, just give me a minute, guys. Okay. So in this particular sentence, if I were to read this sentence, she did extremely well, I'd prefer to use the preposition in. Okay, both are fine. Okay, she did extremely well in the exam. She did extremely well on the exam. Both are fine. You can use both. Okay. And if you can also use other adverbs like she did quite well in the exam, etc. Both basically mean the same. Okay. All right. Anyone who's just joined missed out? Ajanta, go ahead, read the next one. I'll read the Hindi sentence for you. The Hindi sentence given is aapki what is it? Khagol, vocabulary, basically. Vigyan ki shabd wali achhi hai. Can someone read the sentence in Hindi? Can someone read the sentence in Hindi?
आपकी खगोल विज्ञान की शब्दावली अच्छी है.
Shabdavali is vocabulary. Yeah.
Dictionary, yeah, vocabulary.
Yeah. So, yeah. Anyone who's read Hindi can translate this. It's fine. Ajanta, I'll come to you with the later one. Next one is a little tricky for me to read in Hindi.
So may I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, your astronomy vocabulary is good.
Astronomy vocabulary is good. Yeah, so Khagol basically means astronomy. Yeah, someone was asking the meaning of that. So
it's related to geography, sir. Khagol Vigyan.
Good. Your vocabulary of astronomy is good. That can also be used as the correct sentence. Okay, fair enough. Yes, Ajanta, you can attempt this one. The sentence in Hindi is सिवाय तुम्हारे सब लोग शादी में शामिल हुए. Tell me what is the correct sentence in English. What do you think is grammatically correct?
Everyone attended the wedding but you.
Okay.
So why it's wrong except you? Everyone attended the wedding except you. We are usually use this type of sentence.
Except लिखा कहाँ है? Except दिया ही नहीं है ना?
First one.
Second one.
Except दिया ही कहाँ है?
It is
सिवाय तुम्हारे से रेस्पेक्ट नहीं होगा कि